So what do you do when you make a super fun, surprisingly refreshing, and highly rewatchable movie that feels like a one and done? Obviously, you go back to the well and you make a sequel. I mean, it's Hollywood. Please don't suck. Hey guys, welcome to my Another Simple Favor review, which will be spoiler free, which is important because this is like a mystery, thriller, comedy. This is why the first one actually didn't do that good in theaters, in my opinion, is because it was hard to categorize it and it was hard to market it. But man, was it a great movie that a lot of like critics and people like love. Hence the sequel, I guess. A Simple Favor came out in 2018, and it honestly was one of my favorite movies, if not my favorite movie of 2018, like for real. Directed by good Paul Feig, that's the guy who did Bridesmaid, not bad Paul Feig, who did that frickin' Ghostbusters crap that we don't talk about. I still can't believe those movies actually came from the same person. But I love The Simple Favor. From the opening credits on, I was hooked on that movie, dude. It was so cool to watch. Like, it was an entire vibe of coolness. Like, you were having like martinis at like a super cool place that like they play French music, which literally happened in the movie a few times. I didn't even know French music was a thing, but you listen to it and you just feel cool. Yeah, and A Simple Favor was just such a unique film that I was like, you're making a sequel to this? I was nervous. And after watching Another Simple Favor, I have to say, it was nice seeing everyone together again. Not just Anna Kendrick and Blake Lively's characters, but a lot of the supporting characters came back from the original film. And I will say this movie does a really good job of just showing these characters again and showing that, yes, they are the same people, but at the same time, they're not, because they've grown. Their relationships have grown. They've grown from, within themselves. And it's cool, man. It feels like organic. The movie also touches on the challenges and the negatives of like trying to be an influencer or something like that, or trying to be like internet famous. And just not just the toll it takes on the person, but also the people around them, the people that they love. And it doesn't become like a documentary or anything, or like some serious thing, but it does touch on it in a cool way. That's interesting. And Anna Kendrick, her character hasn't posted in a while, and everyone's like, what's going on and this and that. And it's like, yeah, dude, like she was like blowing up and suddenly nothing. And yeah, she's facing challenges with that. I could totally relate, except for the part of people wanting my content and me being blowing up. But I didn't post for a while. That I can relate to that. Yeah. And Anna Kendrick, bro, again, she's just awesome. She's perfect at everything she does. I freaking love her so much as an actor. Like, she just keeps getting better and better and better. And she does not disappoint here. Even though her character a few times gets a little bit annoying with some decision making, but that's not on her acting, dude. That's just the freaking script, which is good for the most part. Blake Lively, I know she's got some stuff going on, like on her personal life, but here, I mean, she does not disappoint either as her character, and I'm not going to get into it, but there's a certain plot twist that actually brings up her performance, and you're just like, wow, that actually was really good what she did, the way she handled that. Not going to get into it, because spoiler free, but yeah, no, yeah, man, Blake Lively freaking did awesome here. But the girls are back together, the freaking chemistry is awesome between them, and I'm like, dude, the back and forth, it's just awesome. Even though the Italian music in this film isn't cool as the French music in the last one, yeah. For the first act of this film, I was like, bro, is Paul Feig actually gonna pull this off? We were getting Bridesmaid Paul Feig. We were getting good Paul Feig. Even though every once in a while, in the second act, Ghostbusters Paul Feig was kind of sticking his head out a little bit, and I'm like, oh no. And it's like, he's just a little too silly when he's like that guy. Without going into detail, you have like an FBI agent that is straight up a cartoon character that comes with a toy badge. Like, they show their badge, and I'm like, that's like, I'm waiting for one of our characters to be like, that's fake. And it's like, no, they're like, oh yeah. And I'm like, oh, we're going with that. Okay, that's a real badge? Okay. I mean, I swear I saw that at a toy store, and not a good toy store. It was like a freaking dollar bin toy store badge. Yeah. And I think the problem I have sometimes with this is that there's a combination here of when this gets silly, that it's very sharp looking as far as like too digital. Like when they do like that straight to streaming movie, like that they have, where you're like, yeah, I could tell this wasn't in a theater. On top of that, the exotic location. And on top of that, the silly jokes. There were moments that this kind of felt a little bit like, Adam Sandler mystery Netflix movie stuff. And I'm like, I mean, nothing against Adam Sandler, but this is like, yeah, these movies, Simple Favor is all about being clever, not silly stupid. Thankfully, Another Simple Favor doesn't stay in this area all the time. And we do get a mostly satisfying third act that I will not get into. Even though I will say it very abrupt, almost like, confrontation, the final confrontation I won't get into. It, like, did they run out of money? Did they run out of time? I could swear I could feel the director being like, come on, let's go, wrap it up, wrap it up, wrap it up. And without going into detail, again, because this is no spoilers, once you see the movie, you'll realize, you'll get what I'm saying. I feel like grabbing a drone and beating Paul Feig with it, like, bah, 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 like bad Paul Feig, like beating the Ghostbusters out of him, bro, because stupid. Adam Sandler, stupid. You'll get what I'm saying if you see the movie. And listen, Another Simple Favor wasn't horrible. It wasn't. It is watchable and it has its fun moments. And I'd be lying if I didn't say it felt good, feeling like I'm seeing old friends again, who I didn't think I was ever gonna see. Blake Lively and Anna Kendrick really did save this movie from being a whatever. And I can see them together in these roles freaking all day. And hey, the first was lightning in a bottle. The second one was, you know, it was an okay try. It's not like they're gonna make a third one. Yeah, I mean, it's Hollywood. They'll probably make a third one. Guys, what did you think of Another Simple Favor? What did you think about A Simple Favor? One's on Prime, A Simple Favor's on Netflix. If you haven't seen that, go watch that. Fun movie. Either way, let me know what you thought about the movies in the comments. Also, I'm finally hitting my channel hard for the first time, dude. I'm trying to do 25 reviews by July 15th. Don't know if I'm gonna do it, but I would love for you to be on the journey. This is 4 down now, 21 to go. Please like, subscribe, whatever, for all the crap that I have. Hit that bell for notifications, and thanks for watching.